Children, so in the previous video we discussed what are the different types of lines. Now here we are going to discuss the sums given in or the questions given in exercise 12.2 which are based on the different types of lines. So here in question number 1 we are given three different figures where we are asked to find out the pair of parallel lines and the perpendicular lines that you can find from these figures. So now let us come to the first figure here. How does, what shape is it? First of all, tell me what type of a shape it is. It is having a length, breadth and a height. So it is a solid shape. It's a solid shape. Other than that, it looks like a cube or a cuboid. Now, I got a model of a cuboid for you in order to understand how to find out the set of parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Here you see it is the shape of a cuboid, isn't it? It is a cuboid. Now if you will observe each face of a cuboid, now let us understand how many faces do we have in a cuboid. Okay, so I am numbering the number of faces. This is the first, is the flat surface, so it's the first face, second, third and another one is the fourth, then top fifth and the bottom one is the sixth. So a cuboid has total how many faces? 6 faces. So let me number it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then here is the sixth one. So I numbered all the 6 faces here. Now let us observe each face carefully. Now if you will observe this face, what is this part called? This is the edge of the cuboid. Now you just carefully observe, this is the edge of the cuboid and its opposite edge which is here, it is equidistant from this and this edge will never meet. So what type of lines are they? They are parallel lines. So this is one pair. Pair means 2. So these are one pair of parallel lines. Whereas if you will observe this and this edge, these two edges are opposite to each other as well as they are equidistant from each other and these two edges will never meet. So children, these two edges are also parallel lines. Now here you see in this one single face how many pairs of parallel, pair means 2. These two are one pair of parallel lines. See, these two are one pair of parallel lines and these two are another pair of parallel lines. So we got total 2 pairs of parallel lines. Similarly, in the next face also we have 2 pairs and in the other face also we have 2 pairs and the fourth face here also we have 2 faces and this is the fifth one and the sixth one. So all the faces have 2 pairs of parallel lines. So total how many faces do we have? We have 6 faces. This means 6 faces have 2 pair of parallel lines each. So total how many pairs of parallel lines you got? 6 into 2 is equal to 12. Total 12 pair of parallel lines. Next we have to find out what are the how many pair of vertical or the perpendicular lines we have. Now you observe this face. If I will try to draw, you see I am just marking a little. See this and this edge. If you will observe these 2 edges, if you will observe these 2 edges carefully, or if you will observe this edge and this edge carefully, you will find they are perpendicular to each other. Why? Because one is horizontal and the other is vertical. So when a horizontal edge and a vertical edge meet, what they create? They form a perpendicular or they form a right angle. Right angle means perpendicular line. Again this line is perpendicular to this. Okay, and this line is perpendicular to this. So this is a pair of perpendicular lines and this is also a pair of perpendicular lines. Even this is perpendicular to this and this side is perpendicular to this. So here 1 and 2 two pairs of perpendicular line, and this side two pairs of perpendicular lines you are getting. Total you are getting 4 pairs of perpendicular lines. Similarly, in the other face also you will get 4 pairs of perpendicular lines. Similarly, you will get in every face you will get 4 pairs of perpendicular lines. So total you are getting 6 faces you are getting 4 pairs of perpendicular lines. So total 24 pairs of perpendicular lines. Understood? 24 pairs of perpendicular lines you will get. This is the way how you have to observe the figure carefully. In case by observing the figure also you don't understand, you can take any object that is in the shape of cube or cuboid and you can take help of that object to find out this pair of parallel lines and the perpendicular lines. Now let us come to this figure. This is the figure. Some picture is drawn in between which I have not drawn. Only the outline of the figure I have drawn here. Now here you have to find out which of the sides which of the lines are parallel to each other. Now you will observe this side AB and this side ED. If you will extend them, will they meet? No. This means these two are a set of parallel lines. So AB is parallel to ED. One pair of parallel lines we got. Again, if you will consider this line and this line, that is AE and BD, they are also parallel lines. So we are having here one pair of parallel line, here another pair of parallel lines. So overall we have here 2 pairs of parallel lines, isn't it? Now you come to this figure. If you will observe this figure carefully, don't observe it randomly, carefully you observe. Here you see, here it is little bit curved. It's not even straight. The other side it is also curved. Here it is little bit longer and here this is shorter. And if I will try to extend it and you will find they will meet somewhere else. This means these set of lines, these pair of lines are not parallel to each other. Even if you will observe these pair of lines also, one is curved, it's not straight, and the other one is little bit straight. So definitely as this is the curved one, somewhere if you will extend it can meet somewhere. So in this figure we don't have any set of parallel lines and even we don't have any perpendicular lines also. So whatever you get in these two figures, and in these figures also we don't have any perpendicular lines. Okay children, so this is the case of the first question. Now let us move to the second question. Here in the second question we are given a figure. Let me draw it for you first. Children, it is better always use a scale. You should use, it's not only better but you should use a ruler or a scale to draw lines. You will never draw any lines or geometrical shapes without using scale if they are made up of line segments or lines. If they are curves, you can draw randomly. If it is a circle, you will use any circular ring or the compass we have, which you will learn in the next chapter. So let me draw this. So this is the figure given to you. Let us name all the lines. Here we have AB. This is the line A and B, the red one. Okay. Next we have this slanting line is the HG, H and G. Then we have EF, EF, CD. This is the line CD. Then IJ, KL. This is I, J, K, L. Now let us come to the first question given in your book. Just have a look. The first question is, first let us read what is the instruction given to you in question number 2. That is, look at the given figure and choose the correct option. So you have to observe this figure. Few questions are given. Read the question carefully. Then come back to the figure. Observe the figure. After observing the figure, you have to answer to the question as per its requirement. So let us come to the first question. Dash is parallel to KL. First let us come to the KL. Where is KL? This is the line KL. So tell me which line is parallel to KL. This is KL. Any line that is parallel to KL. Just observe the figure. If you will see this line, this is slanting. So if you will extend this, it will meet somewhere. This is also slanting. It also can meet the line KL. But if you will see the line EF is parallel to KL. So the line EF is parallel to KL. Okay. Now let's come to the second bit. Second bit, we have EF and AB intersect at point. EF. This is EF and this is the line AB. What is it intersecting point? So here the intersecting point we have not written. It is given as O in the given in the book. So here intersecting point means what? The point at which these two lines meet. So EF is this line and AB is this one, this red one. So they both are meeting at the point O. So the meeting point of EF and AB is O. Now let us come to the third one. Third one is given C. Question number C is dash is perpendicular to EF. Where is EF? This is EF. And which line is perpendicular? Perpendicular means a standing line. Now as it is the vertical one, so the line which is horizontal to it, okay, and meeting at some point will be the perpendicular line to this. So which line is a perpendicular line to this? To the line EF, AB is the perpendicular line. So the answer will be a line AB. Next we have, these are given as A, B, C, D here for you. First one is A, bit B, bit C. Now come to bit D. Bit D we have dash and dash. Dash and dash are two pairs of parallel lines. So in this whole figure, you can take out two pairs of parallel lines. First pair of parallel lines are these two. EF, KL. EF is parallel to KL. And what is the other pair of parallel line? You observe here, you see AB and CD. If you will extend CD, you will find it will never meet with AB. So AB and CD are parallel. AB line is parallel to CD. So these are the two pairs of line which are parallel to each other. I think ABCD, EFKL. Two options are correct here. Next we have question number E. That is bit E is given. Dash and dash are perpendicular to KL. First go to KL. Where is the line KL? This is the line KL. Now you just see what are the lines that are perpendicular to KL. Observe the figure carefully. See, if this is the line, you will find that this line is forming a right angle and again this line is also forming a right angle. So this line is line CD and this is line AB. So which lines are perpendicular to KL? The line AB and CD are perpendicular to KL. So answer is line AB and line CD. So children, I hope you understood the sums given in question exercise 12.2. Two questions were given. I have already discussed them with you. So I think you will not have any doubt or any problem in answering them or solving them. So do them in your white notebook. You have to use a plain white notebook for doing this exercise and So whenever you will draw these figures, draw with fine lines. Take a sharpened pencil. Don't use blunt or bold pencils to draw these figures. Draw them with pencil. Name them also with pencil. Don't use any pen mark in the figure. Okay. So I hope you understood all these sums and complete them.